Today we are going to discuss some interesting problems based upon properties of addition and subtraction of integers. So let's look at the first problem. Write down a pair of integers whose sum is minus 7, difference is minus 10 and sum is 0. So we will see the examples for these parts one by one. So let's look at the first part. We need to find a pair whose sum is minus 7. Consider the integers minus 3 and minus 4. When added together, they give the sum as minus 7. Obviously, there exist other pairs of integers as well whose sum is minus 7. For example, consider the integers 5 and minus 12. Let's add them together. What is 5 plus minus 12? That is minus 7. So, this is another pair whose sum is minus 7. You can try out more pair of integers whose sum is minus 7. Let's look at the next part. Now, we need to find a pair of integers whose difference is minus 10. Consider the integers negative 18 and negative 8. When subtracted together, they give the answer as minus 10. By the concept of additive inverse, minus of minus 8 is positive 8 and minus 18 plus 8 is minus 10. Now, let's think of another pair of integers whose difference is minus 10. Let's say minus 5 and 5. Let's subtract. So, minus 5 minus positive 5. Minus 5 as we know is minus 10. Thus, another pair of integers whose difference is minus 10 is minus 5 and 5. Now, let's go to the next part. A pair of integers whose sum is 0. We know that any integer added to its additive inverse gives the sum as 0. And there are infinite pairs of integers who are additive inverses of each other. So, let's look at one such example. So, negative 3 plus 3 gives 0. Note that negative 3 is the additive inverse of 3 and 3 is the additive inverse of negative 3. Another such pair can be negative 5 and 5. So, negative 5 plus 5 is 0. I hope this was clear to you. Let's look at the next problem. Write a pair of negative integers whose difference gives 8. Write a negative integer and positive integer whose sum is minus 5. Write a negative integer and a positive integer whose difference is minus 3. So, let's see. Consider two integers minus 22 and minus 30. Now, we need to find their difference. So, this difference is given as minus 22 minus of minus 30. By the concept of additive inverse, minus of minus 30 can be written as positive 30. So, minus 22 plus 30 which gives the difference as positive 8. Another such pair which we can think of whose difference comes out to be 8 is minus 77 and minus 85. So, minus 77 minus of minus 85. So, minus 77 plus 85 which gives positive 8 as the difference. You can try out more examples like this. Let's go to the next part. Write a negative integer and a positive integer whose sum is minus 5. So, let's see. Consider two integers negative 17 and 12. So, let's take their sum. Minus 17 plus 12 is minus 5. Another example of a negative and a positive integer whose sum is minus 5 can be minus 10 and 5. So, let's add minus 10 plus 5, that is equal to minus 5. Next part, write a negative integer and a positive integer whose difference is minus 3. Consider two integers minus 2 and 1. Consider two integers minus 2 and 1. So, minus 2 minus 1 is equal to minus 2 minus 1, that is minus 3. You can try out more such examples and work out problems like this. I hope this was clear. Let's look at the next problem. Fill in the blanks to make the following statements true. Minus 5 plus minus 8 is equal to minus 8 plus dash. Minus 53 plus blank is equal to minus 53. 17 plus blank is equal to 0. So, let's see. Minus 5 plus minus 8 is equal to minus 8 plus dash. Here, which property of integers can we use? If I consider a as minus 5, b as minus 8, I know a plus b is equal to b plus a by the commutative property of addition of integers. So, b is minus 8. So, my blank should be replaced by the value of a, which is minus 5. Thus, we get the answer as minus 5 using the commutative property for addition of integers. Let's look at the next part. Minus 53 plus dash equals minus 53. Which integer added to minus 53 gives the integer itself? Well, 0 is the additive identity for integers. So, if I add 0 here, I get minus 53 plus 0 is equal to minus 53 using the property of additive identity. Let's look at the next part. 17 plus dash gives 0. We just discussed in the last slide that adding additive inverse of an integer to itself gives the sum as 0. So, here also we will add additive inverse of 17. What is the additive inverse of 17? Minus 17, right? So, the answer is minus 17. So, we use the property of additive inverse here. I hope this was clear to you. Let's look at the next problem. Fill in the blanks to make the following statements true. 13 plus minus 12 plus blank is equal to 13 plus minus 12 plus minus 7. Minus 4 plus 15 plus minus 3 is equal to minus 4 plus 15 plus blank. So, let's solve the fourth part first. So, here if I consider 13 as A, minus 12 as B and my blank as C, again 13 as A, B as minus 12 and C as minus 7, which property do you see satisfied here? Associative property of addition of integers, right? We can say A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. So, the value of C can be replaced here by minus 7. Thus, we get the answer as minus 7 using the associative property for addition of integers. Let's look at the next part. Minus 4 plus 15 plus minus 3. So, here A takes the value minus 4, B is 15 and C is minus 3. So, again using the associative property, this can be equal to A plus B plus C and the value of C is minus 3. Thus, we get the answer as minus 3 using the associative property for addition of integers. I hope these problems were clear to you. See you in the next module to learn more about multiplication of integers. Bye-bye.